Hey, what's up everyone, my name is Thijs and welcome to DualWielded. I've had a few more problems with my laptop with random things corrupting after making them, but I found out that my hard drive was apparently physically damaged. At one point this is what a recording of gameplay footage looked like. So I bought a new one and did you know they performed surgery on a laptop? With that fully working again, I could finally start working on my game again. After creating a new project and dragging and dropping all my assets, I had to remake the scene, but at least it finally all worked. So the first thing I did was finishing the tile palette for now. At first I made the colliders have an offset of minus something in their y-axis, so it looked like you're walking on the flat ground spot thing. But that made you bump your head into air when you hit the bottom of a wall. So I remade it, added the corners I was missing earlier and added a layer of grassy, rocky stuff the player couldn't collide with so that he could walk on a flat surface. Also the player now has 3 weapons. None of them are usable, but you know, he can hold them, you know, in his hand. So like we're halfway there, right? The weapons are very basic. The climbing axe does low damage, has low range, but doesn't slow your run speed down and can be swung around fast. The pickaxe does medium damage, has medium range, slows the player down a little and can be swung around at a medium rate. And the sledgehammer, it kind of speaks for itself at this point, but it has a hidden compartment with a boogie bomb from Fortnite inside. What the fuck?
Boogie bomb, boogie bomb, boogie bomb, boogie bomb, boogie bomb, boogie bomb, boogie bomb.
Walking around also works with the weapons. It works well with one of them. Yeah, sprinting with a hammer shouldn't really look like that. So I made the arm swinging while sprinting a little less intense. I also now know how I want my items to work. I don't know if you've noticed yet, but the player has this small fanny pack on his back, and I want the player to be able to open it, playing a small animation of the character putting it down and looking inside. The camera zooms in and the player will find their inventory. I want to have different item types, like how the Binding of Isaac has a spacebar item that can be used anytime the meter is filled, an active-passive item that sounded weird, and a one-time usage item. So the player can have 2 weapons at the same time. One will be a melee weapon and the other is ranged, which can both be controlled by the left and right mouse button. Then there's 4 item slots in which the player can store usable items like healing items and, well, stronger healing items. And on the bottom there are 2 passive items the player can keep. These can help the player by, for instance, scaling up the lantern's light, which isn't there yet, or making the sprint duration a bit longer. If anyone has any ideas for items or weapons that also work well with the theme, like their player could loot it from a miner or a scavenger's body or could find it somewhere in the cave system, I'd love to hear them. So from the beginning I wanted these hearts to glow a little. I just thought it would be a cool effect. But as I was scrolling through YouTube looking for a tutorial on how I should moisturize my feet correctly, something caught my eye. Yes, I want this. After messing around with way too many different ways of implementing bloom, which is the name of this glow effect, I guess I just added too much stuff trying to make it work and I had no idea how it worked again, so I deleted everything and would try again later. So as I said in my last devlog, which you might remember from 6 years ago, you know, 100 devlogs 2000 kids grew up with, if you know what I mean, but I want to add a lantern effect. So, well, I did. I think it looks really cool and it adds to the feel of the game, but what's emitting this light? Donald Trump, what have you injected in this man's body?
And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body.
So I wanted the character to carry a lantern, and this led me to the next problem. So if you walk towards a JPEG of Adam Sandler in real life and at one point you turn around, you don't just mirror flip yourself. Or am I wrong? Is that just me not doing that? I don't know. It's not like your right arm becomes your left arm when you turn around, you know? And if you're holding a sledgehammer with a boogie bomb hidden inside in your right hand and you turn around, it's not like it should teleport to your left hand. So it took me some time, but now the player's clothes, arms and, well, his entire body functions in a normal and realistic way when turning around. Like, now the character is carrying a water can on the right side of his backpack, and on the left side you can see that he actually stole my copy of Wii Sports Resort. If anyone knows about the whereabouts of this man, please contact me, I really need that back. I drew this lantern and boom. Now it somewhat makes sense, but it's still not glowing like I want it to glow. So I gathered all my knowledge and intelligence about the post-processing system in Unity. Please, brackies, please, I need you now more than ever, right now. Whoa! Look at this scene, look at... Oh! I'm very happy with how it looks, and I'll definitely add it to anything fire or light related in my game. I think the game now comes very close to the kind of vibe and feel I wanted to have. Obviously, ambient sound, subtle music and sound effects still need to be added for it to actually feel right, and I still want to add different foreground and background layers. But compared to what I had last devlog, it's a big step in the right direction. Thanks a lot for watching. I wanted to quickly shout out 2 people. First, there's Doorhall Games, who made a video about other devloggers and mentioned me. He had a lot of positive things to say about me, and I think his videos and editing are very funny, so check him out. Also, Tons of Hunt Studios finally is about to, or already has released, Space Prevention Force. I'm pretty hyped, and you should be too. Also, due to popular demand on Discord, I'm going to do a Q&A. I don't think I'm that interesting, but like 3 people did, so you can ask any questions in my Discord server linked in the description, or if you don't have Discord or just happen to not be willing to click that link, I'll also go through the comments of this video to answer any questions. That's it for me now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you... What the... Who closed my door? What? Was someone in here? What? Oh my... Where's my... Oh my god, he took my Wii as well, what the fuck?